Yeah. The other thing, before we jump into the movie news that I want to talk to you about, that I have you here is, I think it was when the hell was it? Last week, whenever they announced Paul Heyman and Bischoff
taking over Raw and SmackDown.
It looked like from Raw this past Monday that we're starting to get the idea of what it's going to look like because some shit went down.
It looks like it, but like Ryan and I were talking about, and Ryan Satin, from Pro Wrestling Sheet, and some other people I know on the inside, even were like, that's not Heyman. Vince McMahon booked the show like Paul Heyman was running it.
Yeah.
Also, the very first holy shit moment we saw with the stage,
they said holy shit.
Right. Yeah. They're tearing it down. They're getting a new Raw stage.
And they needed a way to replace it.
Yep.
I like that they did it that way.
Because normally you just see a new stage pop up and you're like, so that's what this is?
So what happened, so let you guys in on it, is that so Braun Strowman, who's like this 6'7" just monster. They
Country strong bastard.
Yeah, they call him, and now he's like jacked. He just was a big dude. Now he's like all cut up. So Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley, who was an MMA fighter, but he was a wrestler back in the day. He fought in that WrestleMania with Trump back in the day. And he's this jacked dude. So they were fighting in a no-holds-barred kind of false count anywhere match. At the end of the night, the end of the match, they're up on the Titantron there, the ramp that goes up to it, and the big display of the screens
LED screen,
the LED screen. So Braun Strowman's by the ramp, and he runs at Bobby Lashley and tackles him through the actual screens, breaks it. There's electricity going everywhere, and that's exactly what the announcer said. He said, "Holy shit!" off camera, and it's what they did for about 15 minutes instead of doing one of those ridiculous nonsense, bullshit, overwritten scripts that they do for 15 minutes.
They showed you them getting loaded in medical teams.
They held on a camera as if there was actual ambulance people coming in, medical stuff, and there was nothing that was being said, and it looked real. And even so, Ricochet is this new up and coming wrestler who I love. He's probably one of my favorite new guys.
I'm so mad that a lot of people are just not finding out about him.
He's great. I watched him on NXT also, but he's on the backstage interview, and this goes off of what John Moxley was talking about, the kind of stuff that they hope that they do. There was this interview that he gave, and it didn't seem scripted. He seemed like he was just being interviewed in the backstage, and he had stumbled over his words a couple times too, but it seemed raw and real.
But that's what you need. That's what you need.
Yes.
You have a lot. Again, it's promos. They tell them, we need you to say this. But some people you start to tell them, hit these points.
Right.
And I guess they decided to trust him and see what he could do. Because he probably told them, I can do what you need me to do. Just tell me what to do.
Right. Because the angle with him and AJ was great.
Right. But it's also like, okay, you need to be able to say this. You need to be able to do this. Can you deliver on this? This is your one shot to do it.
And he did it.
So.
Yeah.
And that's like with promos, again, we do in the Schmodown. Me and Jen Sturgeon were like, we want to hold a symposium on promos for some people.
To the rookies, yeah.
To the rookies primarily because...
And she said she wants to do that more so than not just the promos, but in general.
Just in general.
Yeah.
Because it's
What's the problem? People are using the backstage area? Or
not even that.
Makeup room or something?
Not even that. Everybody doesn't need to wear sunglasses. Oyama is one of the main ones. You don't... I understand the lights thing, but what's the point? At some point after you played your first game, you don't need them anymore.
I feel like you shouldn't be able to wear them unless you've been in the league for at least a year and a half.
Right. You haven't earned that right.
That's a good rule.
Well, because honestly, there's too many comments about where they're looking, and you need to earn those stripes.
Sunglasses?
Yeah.
And
I'm not questioning them.
I'm learning how to stand and post interviews.
Yeah.
Because I love Jen. Everybody knows me and her
hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Also, it's Jen. I love everybody know me and Jen are like brother and sister. Damn near. Stay out of her light. She works hard on her makeup.
Yeah.
But any woman who is in that light, you need that light.
Well,
so you'll have people just stepping right there and turning. It's no, have your position.
The problem is with that too is that because what I've been doing, you'll notice it more and more on the upcoming matches and by trusting people like Roxy and Danielle Radford and new people that are coming in that are killing it, it allows me to then go off and shoot scenes and do things too. Where if I'm not
run ragged over that end.
Yeah, if I'm not, but if I'm not inside, sometimes I usually watch over the post, and because now I trust Jen to where she can do it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times with the new people, I don't have. She says to me, she's like, I need you there sometimes to give them
to
notes,
guide them where to go.
Because there's been a lot of rookie mistakes this year.
Yep.
But we'll figure it out. And the same thing, they're figuring it out in Raw, and it looked like it's a new
Good
change.
segue.